I can't hear you, love.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. What's your name, baby?
Jasmine.
Jasmine, where you calling us from?
Arizona. I was on here in November of last year. I think it was what holiday was that? Thanksgiving or Thanksgiving Eve?
Okay, we just had Trey that was up here from November of last year. You got an update like him?
I do. It was a good run. So we ended up, long story short, he was in New York. I was in Phoenix, or am in Phoenix. He came out, he flew out and probably booked his ticket 6 days later. A month later, he flew out. We had a good time, but long story short, my only problem ended up being the communication thing, which was a deal breaker, and he wasn't vulnerable or able to be vulnerable. So that was my thing. So that's why we're not together. We still talk from time to time, but we're not dating.
Okay. And what
So,
was the communication barrier? What was the challenge?
so like 3 months, maybe because he came in January, so maybe March, around March, he just started to seem a little bit of like attitudinal, and he wouldn't always communicate what the issue was. And so as some part of me was like, is this a game? Like, I don't understand.
He just didn't
But then
want
it
you.
got to a point where I think it happened 3 times, and
He just didn't want you.
after the first 2 times of kind of, just letting him tread what, or slip and slide, do his thing, or just have an attitude, the third
Slip
time
and
I
slide.
mentioned it and he got an attitude with me, and I just explained to him that this is not, something that I don't really want to compromise on. Communication or being vulnerable. It's all for him. It was one and the same. You know.
What is it? What is it for a woman? What is it for a woman to say he don't want to he don't want to be vulnerable? What is that? I mean, we men. What I gotta cry in front of you just to show y'all vulnerable? What I gotta do? You know, I mean, I don't know why these women are starting to say this more and more. They're starting to say he just wasn't vulnerable. I mean, what I'm supposed to do? You know, I mean, you're talking about men. You're talking about men with pride, and we gonna be manly. I'm not saying we don't have those type of feelings and we can't, um, you know, I mean, but as a woman, don't say nothing about being vulnerable because that'll be a red flag for me. What you mean? What you mean? What? So you can find a weakness and say, oh, well, this one I'm gonna beat him. This one I'm gonna beat him over his head with. Man, I don't play with no man like that. Play with no man. Stay in your lane. Stay in your lane. If I end up being vulnerable for whatever the reason is, and I just take you're always talking about you don't want no girly man, but don't be talking about no vulnerable. Vulnerable as a man, and what's the other one? What ladies are saying a lot that they are nurturers. I don't need you to nurture me. What the hell? That's for your child. But that's for your mom or your daddy. You go nurture them. You don't. I don't need you to nurture me. That's crazy.
So, but in the beginning, he was talking to you frequently.
Yeah, we would talk. We were still talking every day. It would just be like some days he would call me, have an attitude.
Oh,
And
so
then
y'all were talking every day still.
yeah, we're still talking every day.
Okay.
It would just be like, what's the problem? And it's like, okay, if you don't want to communicate to me the problem, I understand that. But if you're still gonna have an attitude or be moody, you think I want to talk to somebody who's moody all day? No, I'm not a moody.
But you wanted him to be vulnerable. You say you wanted him to be vulnerable. And the fact is, he just didn't want her. She was somebody to waste time with, and that's all it was.
Moody person. I'm very simple, very communicative. If I have a problem, I'll take time to myself or do whatever. So that was my only thing. But I mean, I still care about him. I like him as a person. It's just not for a husband. But let me tell you something. Remember, I don't. You probably don't remember. I'm 6 feet tall, so you were saying that you feel bad for me
6 foot tall. Golly.
because a lot of people are not tall. But girl,
That's a
first of
tall
all, he's
girl.
West African. Which let me tell y'all something about manifestation or whatever, right? I always write down what I want in a partner. I didn't come on here and tell y'all what I wanted in a partner. I just gave you like the characteristics. But he was 6 feet tall. He's West African, which is my preference. He's from Ivory Coast. He already had his American passport. He's been in America for like 5 or 6 years. So there was just little things, little details that I enjoyed. But anyway, so
Well,
I'm still.
okay. If I said I felt bad for you, what I probably meant by that is
Yeah.
You know, I understand when tall women want someone tall. Like, you know, because that only makes sense. You're 6 feet, you want someone at least your height. Most
Yeah.
of the time, obviously, I know tall women that date shorter, but they do because there's not really a lot of tall guys.
No,
Yeah.
gotta
So it just
get you a
makes your
shorty.
pool of options
Shorty.
shorter.
Hmm.
Get you a
They
shorty,
wanted. Did
shorty.
you guys have sex? The guy you was talking about?
We did.
Y'all wasn't in a relationship.
No.
Oh,
We
so you
were
don't care.
talking,
You
huh?
don't care about that then.
Not honestly, no.
Okay.
We were talking long enough. We were talking for like a month and a half. Ideally, if I'm dealing with someone and I like them enough, I want to see. I'll be 32 soon, so I like to see how that is. When we were talking for a month and a half before we even engaged in that, every single day, 2-3 hours a day. Mind you, there's a time difference. It's a lot, so I was totally fine with that.
Wait, you said when you were talking what?
We were maybe it's my fan. We were talking every day for like a month and a half since the night of meeting on your show, or not meeting me on your show, but since him inboxing me. So for me, that was enough time to like get to know him, how he is. And when I'm saying like even though we hadn't met in person just yet, we had spent enough time together just on the daily, engaging, FaceTime 2-3 hours a day up until that point. So for me, that's the time frame in which if he were
So
in
the first
person,
time you met him in person, y'all had sex.
yeah,
Yeah. She just said that. Yeah.
Is your goal a relationship?
huh?
Is your goal a relationship?
You heard her.
Yeah, it is.
I don't think that's good because let
I
me say this:
understand.
talking for a month and a half and your first time. Now, granted, you talk in a month and a half, but y'all never spent any time together. Y'all
Well,
was just talking.
we spent 24 hours together. I'm sorry, but I understand.
Well, you spent 24 hours together in person,
She
Yes,
wanted that.
yes,
She wanted
yes,
that
but
loin.
prior to that, y'all were just on the phone engagement.
She wanted that
yes, every
loin.
day. Yep.
I'm trying to figure out this question. I need women to help me understand this. Why is it hard to
Beef
require a
loin.
relationship before sex?
Pork loin.
It's not hard. It's just something I wanted to engage in, honestly, with you.
The reason why, and listen. And I shouldn't. You know what? I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it. But I will say this. She wanted that loin. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's been a long time. It's been a long time because these women get on here like, you know, I'm done. I can't even say nothing. Let's listen.
Okay. So
I'm
you're
sorry.
fine. So this situation, you're fine how it ended. You don't have no regrets.
No.
Okay. All right. Good to go. That's
And we
all that
talked
really
about
matters.
health and all of that prior to showed paperwork, etc. So that was
Oh,
another
Well,
girl,
no,
thing as
but
stop.
this
well.
is like if you
Oh,
feel like
girl,
this, and I
stop it.
say this, like we're
Stop it.
all grown. So if
Stop.
we could stand by our actions, then so be it, right?
Yeah, of
All right,
course.
so let's go. So that's Jasmine. Where
Stop
you calling me
reading.
from again?
She said it's a one night stand. Arizona.
Stop reading
Arizona.
the
Oh, someone
comments.
said you had a one night stand.
Sure, whatever.
That's what it
How many times
was.
did you guys see each other in person?
One time. One time.
Just that one time.
Yeah.
Just that one time.
You saw each other in person only one time,
Yeah, he was here for 5 days. Yep.
and then after that, that's when his communication changed.
Yeah.
About 2
Of
months
course.
or a month and a half later or so.
No, it wasn't that long. It
So,
wasn't
and
that
how long
long.
did y'all talk for?
It wasn't
Maybe
that long.
about 3 months.
Oh, I gotta watch this playback because I thought you made it seem like you had been dating.
No, she
No,
was
just
no.
I mean, he's all the way in New
It was
York. I'm
just
all the way in
it
Arizona.
was just
Right? No,
talking on the
that's fine. I
phone.
get it now, but I thought this was
She
y'all
said you
had been
was.
dating all that time. Maybe I heard
Yeah.
you wrong.
Uh-huh.
So, do you consider you was dating him, or you don't consider you was dating him?
Not really, no.
Okay.
But getting to know, I would say more so.
Okay. All right, Jasmine. What do you do for a living?
I work in IT.
Do you have any children?
No.
No kids. How old are you?
I'll be 32 next month.
And where I know you told me this, and I asked you twice, but I forgot to write it down. Where are you calling me from?
Arizona. Phoenix.
Oh, I didn't finish writing it down. I wonder what this was. What's your zodiac sign?
I'm a Leo.
This is Jasmine, Arizona, IT, no kids, a Leo, 32. So what kind of man are you looking for, honey?
Someone who is, first of all, who knows what they want, who is happy, at peace, who again is good with managing their money. They don't have to be making $250,000. But someone who's really good with their money, who knows how to manage their money, someone who doesn't mind. Like, I don't mind an entrepreneur, but somebody who really knows how to budget for real. That was also one thing I enjoyed about him. Very good with that. Someone who's communicative, who is, you don't have to spill your guts to me every day, but vulnerable enough to be able to speak when something's wrong or bothering you.
Who are you, Dr. Phil?
A deal breaker for me would be probably somebody, I think I said this before, someone who has maybe like who has 2 kids by 2 different women. I would prefer one person who has one baby mother, I guess, or ex-wife or whoever, maybe. I don't know if they have a child or children. Someone who knows what they want. I think I said that before. And someone who is just at peace with their life and who's progressive in life, simple things. Yeah.
Okay, Jasmine. What's your deal breakers?
The more than one mother of your child. Someone who's deceitful because it's unnecessary. We're grown. What else? Someone who's just not genuine and, who doesn't know themselves and who's not communicative or vulnerable.
Okay. Does he have to make a certain amount of money?
Nope. He just has to know how to handle money.
There she goes. She said it. Who the hell gonna be vulnerable to you? Why would a man have to be vulnerable? Where the hell she come from? Talking about if he's not vulnerable, and telling you everything that going in my life is not part of that. Why would I sit there talking to you? I don't even know you like that. I didn't even know you. He didn't even know you. Y'all ain't even spend no time together. So what are you talking about? You got to be vulnerable. I mean, that's something that's silly to me that women is talking about. He has to be vulnerable because if he's not vulnerable, man, come on, man, that's stupid talk, in my opinion.
Again, I work in IT, so I do pretty well, and I do skincare. I have a skincare business, but it's really someone who is on top of their finances, and takes it very serious.
Okay. Does he have to look a certain way?
Nope.
But you do want him tall, right?
I mean, girl, I've said this before. I dated someone who's like 5'9", so 5'10" would be ideal. 5'10" or higher or taller, I'm sorry, would be better.
All right. Let's do the Kendra Cam.
Right.
Okay. We see you, boo. You got that booty.
A little bit. Thank you.
So, Jasmine, when was your last relationship?
February of 2022.
Okay, you don't have to answer, but I'm gonna ask. When's the last time you was intimate with someone?
Your boy.
Him, which was in January.
Okay. What are 3 flaws you feel like you have to work on?
I want to be consistent with the food that I eat. Like, I'm all into herbs and holistic living, blah, 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 but I love to just live life. So that's my problem. I love food. And my consistency with my goals, a lot of times I feel like
I will give her that. She the first woman that said that I've seen. She the first one that said that I've seen. Ding, ding, ding. She the first one that said that. A lot of these women be on there, talking about I want it. He came way more than 150 pounds. Hey, come on, man. Come on now. Come on. Let's be real. This lady was the first lady that said anything about she want to change her food, and there you go. I'll give her up on that.
I want to do everything at once, and then I'll do that for like 2 weeks. But after that, it's like things have slowed down, etc. And I want to be more consistent with working out every day, just choosing something to work out on every day. Like physically. So whether I'm running or in the gym, whatever, I just want to move every day.
Okay. All right. And why would a guy be lucky to be with you?
Well, I know who I am. I love myself. I love life. I bring enjoyment to your life. I can bring peace to your life. And I'm just, I don't know. I'm considerate. I can be nurturing.
Go with the nurturing again.
What else?
You can go nurture a freaking teddy bear.
I'm a good support system. And yeah, I am who I am, and I'm genuine about it, and I'm open about it. So yeah.
She is who she is, and she's genuine about it. All right, boo. What was your age range? You're 32.
It could be like 30 to 40.
Does he have to be in Arizona?
He doesn't have to be. I'll actually be in the Midwest for the next couple of months. So you can be in Chicago or wherever. So honestly, you could be wherever.
You said next 4 months, your job?
Next couple of months. No, I'm just going to visit my family. I miss my family a lot. So I'm gonna visit my family.
Okay.
And stay with them for a little bit. And yeah.
All right. And they can reach you at, what is it? Tao of Jazz?
Yes, on Instagram.
Instagram, Tao of
She
Jazz.
watching that?
All right, boo. Well, keep me posted how it goes.
I will. Thank
What are
you.
you laughing at?
Oh, I'm laughing because
Comments.
I'm just looking at the comments on my computer. That's all. Okay. And the keep me posted part, because I know this is my, after we do it twice, we can't come up here no more. So, you know.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's true. After you do it twice, we are done. Unless you come back and you're in a relationship you want to share, but you don't do it 3 times and try to find love.
No problem.
All
Well, thank you, Kendra. I appreciate you.
Bye, baby.
Bye.